Have you ever heard of the term radioisotope and ever wondered what it really meant? A radioisotope is an isotope of an element that gives off radiation. Examples of radioisotopes include technetium-99, iodine-131, carbon-11, and cobalt-60. The radioisotope that I will be researching is cobalt-60. It has many benefits and is used for a range of things. Cobalt-60 is a radioisotope. It is the radioactive type of cobalt with a mass number of 60. Cobalt-60 has a half-life of 5.3 years. But what does it really mean by the term half-life? Half-life is the time for half of the atoms in a radioactive substance to disintegrate, and in this instance, it takes cobalt-60 5.3 years for half the atoms to break down. Glenn T was the discoverer of cobalt-60 in 1938. Cobalt-60 is one of the very rare isotopes that let off more than one type of radiation. These two types of radiation are the gamma and beta radiation particles, although the most dominant radiation given off with cobalt-60 is gamma rays. Cobalt-60 has many uses in both medicine and industry, although the foremost use is in medicine. They use cobalt-60 in gamma radiation and for the sterilization of particular medical equipment. Cobalt-60 is the alternate way for using X-rays, and as well as used in cancer treatment therapy. In saying this, its gamma rays are used in treating normal and malignant tumors. Its high level of radioactivity are the reason it plays such a major part in cancer treatment. Cobalt-60, whilst treating cancer, rapidly divides cells that are prone to damage from radiation, which are made to affect the tumors. Cobalt-60 is the core power for radiotherapy and performs in the deformity of blood vessels and brain tumors. There are many benefits of cobalt-60, although the most predominant benefit is that it is used in the killing of the cancerous cells in tumors. This is extremely important as this results in the removal of tumors in people's body. There is more gamma radiation within cobalt-60 to kill the cancer cells more quickly and effectively, and this is another advantage of the particular radioisotope. As cobalt-60 is an alternative to X-rays, it also costs less than an X-ray. It is not aggressive and is easily eliminated. Cobalt-60 is a radioisotope that can be transported very easily, which is a convenient benefit to cobalt-60. The final benefit towards the radioisotope is that it is also used to sterilize equipment to help bacteria from spreading within medical equipment in hospitals. As there are a lot of benefits to cobalt-60, there are also problems with it, the first being the most important one. Cobalt-60 can destroy healthy tissue as well as killing perfectly good cells that are not meant to die. This is the result of the strong gamma radiation that cobalt-60 produces. Another problem is that when emitted into the body, cobalt-60 combines with tissue within the body, which can cause inflammation throughout the body. There are many side effects that come with the treatment of cancer with cobalt-60, and these include hair loss, sweating, burning skin, and fever. The final problems associated with cobalt-60 include the radioactive waste material that is let off whilst producing cobalt-60, and a regular health check is required when cobalt-60 is in use. There is no hesitation that the benefits of cobalt-60 outweigh the problems associated with this radioisotope. Although cobalt-60 doesn't guarantee the removal of a brain tumor, it reduces the cancerous cells. Without cobalt-60, we wouldn't have been given the opportunity to remove most of these cells. As cobalt-60 is an alternative to X-rays because it is cheaper, indicates that this will help families with financial difficulties and be a great benefit towards people who are in need of the treatment. The use of radioisotopes is another fantastic way in which the radioisotope cobalt-60 outweighs the problems. Without cobalt-60, we wouldn't have been able to have the cancer treatment that is provided with the radioisotope cobalt-60, and therefore we wouldn't have the chance to remove the cancerous cells associated with that tumor. Sterilization in medicine is another use which also helps to outweigh the benefits of the problems. Evidence of this is the statistic that 80% of gloves have been sterilized with cobalt-60 in hospitals.